I spent so much money on skincare products that promised me the perfect skin. I bought every serum, every moisturizer influencers recommended, but after years of buying and trying, my skin stayed dry like paper. I had acne, irritation, and a bathroom full of products that didn't work. So I started asking myself, is skincare a scam, or am I doing something wrong? Let me take you with me on my skincare journey and let's find out why nothing worked. When I became a teenager, I started noticing changes in my skin. It got very irritated, I had acne, and it started sweating like crazy. I went to see doctors, but of course they told me, you're a teenager, it's normal to have acne, and yeah, maybe you get a little sweaty, you just bear with it. And I felt like I couldn't, so I started looking for a solution. First I tried the local drugstore products, but actually they were terrible and they made it even worse. I'm sure some of you know this. There are products, especially in the Western countries, that actually don't help with your skin condition but make it worse. You get more breakouts, your skin is very dehydrated, and yeah, they don't help at all. After years and years of suffering, I started looking into social media, especially into the Asian products like Korean and Japanese skincare, and I started trying out these products. And I got a little crazy on that because I was so desperately looking for a solution for my skin. So first of all, my goal was to have a glowy skin without acne, that's not so sweaty and that's well hydrated. That's of course an ideal that's typical for the Asian market. And so I started wondering, after testing one product after another, I bought everything I saw. It looked so good on the internet when they showed me like, oh, look at this mask, and they took it off and they were so glowy and beautiful, and I was like, okay, this product, I need this. So I bought it, but in the end, when I took it off, it wasn't the same. Not exactly the same glowy moment. My skin still looked dry and dehydrated, and it was still sweaty, very sweaty, and the acne was still there. So I started wondering what was wrong with me. That was also one thing that really confused me, and that was my lips. They were always dry and they were always almost white, very pale, and it wasn't normal, clearly, because when you see my sisters, they have beautiful rosy lips naturally, and I'm always pale like a ghost. So the first thing I did was to consult a doctor because of my acne. It didn't get better even when I was more than 20 years old. So they gave me the hormonal pill. At this point, we must clearly say acne is an illness. It's not something you just get normally. Yes, you can have a little bit of acne when you're in your puberty, but if it stays so long that even in your 20s you still have acne, then you definitely have an illness. And you should see a doctor because it needs to be corrected. It's not healthy. And you cannot correct this by using skincare. Skincare can help with it, and I'm still using it. I still need skincare these days, but I have a lot less problems with acne now. Now let's go on with my lips. What was wrong with my lips? Why are they so pale and always dry? Well, I went to see a doctor and we found out that I have anemia. And that is typical. You need to know, if you have pale or even blue lips, something is definitely wrong with you. And it has to do with your iron in your blood. You don't have enough iron, in fact. So that was something we found out back then already. Basically, the doctors told me to take iron pills, and that was it. And they thought, okay, now we're done. And I thought, okay, great. Now I have a solution for this. But actually, there was something much deeper going on in my body. And after years and years, I had some crisis. Some of you might have seen it already on other videos on my channel. I had crisis, I almost died. I was brought to the hospital as an emergency, and they found out that I have a very rare autoimmune disease. One of the side effects of this autoimmune disease is that my body loses water instead of putting it into the cells, into my body cells. And that is the reason, the true reason behind my skincare problems. That is the reason why basically my skin always was like, when I put on some cream, moisturizers or masks, it was basically like, thank you, more. And it was never enough because I didn't really hydrate from the inner side. So what can we learn from this? Sometimes you need to be healed from the inner side before you can put on things from the outer side and hope that it will work out. You cannot heal this from the outside. You can put on as much moisturizer as you want. It will never work because your cells are dry and dehydrated. So, is skincare a scam? Not exactly. But I do think that the idea that products alone can give you a perfect skin is. What no one tells you is that your skin is part of your body. If your hormones, gut or immune system are struggling, no product can heal that from the outside. And if something feels wrong, don't just buy another product. Go see a doctor, make tests, find out what's wrong inside of you. Because sometimes the root cause is not your skincare routine, it's your health. Once I understood what was going on, I shifted my focus completely. Instead of searching for the next miracle serum, I worked on hydration and nutrition. Coconut water became my best friend. I learned that genetics, illness and even stress can completely change how your skin behaves. And that's not something a product can fix. You need to support it from the inside. So if you're struggling like I was, spending thousands of dollars on skincare that doesn't work for you, listen to your body, talk to a professional, heal from the inside out. Now it's your time to shine. Let me hear your skincare journey in the comments. And if you want to hear more about health and beauty, please subscribe. I have so much more to tell you.